Settle in and set up for a mellow time of jazz and beyond.
With Nothemba Madumo on 702.
Jazz and Beyond on 702 and Cape Talk. We are live. And of course, we love your engagement as usual on 072 702 1702 and 072 567 1567 if you're listening out in Cape Town. And I'm glad you're enjoying the show. I see you there, Dr. Philemon Mahuma, who says I'm listening as usual. And this time, Human Rights Long Weekend, also dispensing honorariums for other essential workers. And he says, you're one of them. Thank you. Thank you, Doc. Urori Seng Mokoti says, years for the jazz and staying for a good time. Hello to you, man. Lesedi is out in Soshanguve, also listening. Well, there are two guests that I have who are also in different parts of the world. And I'm talking about guests who are going to share with us the festivities that are coming from the 1st of May that are going to be underway, where there is going to be, the Karoo is going to be turned into something completely different. And whether you're a die-hard jazz enthusiast or maybe just looking for some soul-nourishing getaway things to do, this is a festival that's going to be like no other. There's some intimate venues. There's, of course, the Karoo hospitality. And we are talking about Jenny to Jazz. And performing there is the very celebrated and renowned drummer, Kesivan Naidoo, as well as the electrifying band, Kujenga. And representing Kujenga is Olwethu Ndwandwe. And a very good evening. Welcome to Jazz and Beyond, where you come for the jazz and stay for a good time. Both of you, hi.
Hey, hello.
Well, welcome, absolutely. Okay, I know that I've sort of like set the scene about, the Journey to Jazz happening in the Karoo. Kevin, what do you know about it? And what are you planning to make attendees experience?
Oh, well, I heard about Journey to Jazz through my good friend Kyle Shepherd. Mm-hmm. He's one of the directors. We've been playing together for, I can't remember how long. Well, more than a decade. We've been collaborating together. And he's been telling me how he's been doing this festival. It's out in the Karoo, and it's a really cool vibe. It's really people that are serious about listening to jazz, and the music is curated so that it's at a high level.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then obviously, I'd left South Africa 10 years ago, and I'm always looking for an excuse to come home. And I said, whenever there's a gap, I'm happy to play. And then, of course, when you leave home, you miss certain things. Like I miss lamb chops, for instance, which you don't really get out here. And the Karoo lamb is the best in the world. I have to say it. Everybody agrees. So, you can, besides just going there for that, for the food, I'm telling you, the lineup is really amazing.
Yes.
The band that I'm bringing is an international formation of my band, Kesivan and the Lights. Darren English is playing trumpet, Bokani Dai is playing piano, and I've got the bass player from Spain, and the saxophone player from France, and the guitarist from Brazil. So, we're gonna be celebrating 30 years of democracy that we did in Europe, and now we're bringing that same group to South Africa for Journey to Jazz.
And in actual fact, you launching it at Journey to Jazz, and then you continue with performances in other places after that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the main reason why we coming to South Africa was that we got the invitation to play at Journey to Jazz. And so that's the platform in which we can say, well, since we traveled all the way, all of us from all over just to be there, we might as well do some other gigs. So after Journey to Jazz, we go to Durban on 7th of May at UKZN. We're there in that titled basement in Joburg on the 8th, in Wits University at the new beautiful Seabrook music venue on the 9th. And then Cape Town gets the Baxter Theatre Concert Hall on the 10th. Of course, we're recording everything. And if you're in the audience, you might be on the record in the form of applause.
Oh,
but
wow.
so I'm super excited to be back home. And then also, I just want to give a shout out. There's one of my favorite young bands that's going to be at Journey to Jazz, and that's Kujenga. I heard them when I was in Cape Town last, and I was like, wow, this band is killing.
It is amazing.
It actually reminds me of a band that I used to be a fan of back when I was a student. Buddy Wells had a band called Kusasa, which had 3 horns and this whole cool thing. And then Jimmy Gludlu stole that band because it was so hip. It had this cool sound of this, like, these amazing, like this mixture of the best dance stuff as well as the amazing jazz harmonies and everything. And then I saw Kujenga. I was like, wait a minute. They even improved on that vibe. And so they've become my secret new crush in the jazz world.
Well, you hear that, Olwethu. You are Mr. Naidoo's crush, Olwethu.
Well, in the music way.
Yeah, of course. That's what we're talking about. But Olwethu, I mean, you're also performing at Journey to Jazz for the first time.
Yes, it's going to be our first time. Just generally in the Karoo, we've always just driven past it, so I'm excited to spend some time not only just to play our shows but actually experience what's going on. I did kind of check up, the tourism thing. One thing I'm looking for is just how clear the skies are at night, and I'm a huge stargazer and I love just watching things from above. So yeah, I'm excited in more than one way.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys have been absolutely magnificent, and you have picked up an army of fans, because even when I posted, people were just commenting. They just say Kujenga, and then they don't even have to say anything else. They just say Kujenga. How has it been for you guys, and as a band? I know. I mean, I spoke to you guys as well, I think here already, and also on the previous, jazz show that I had. And
yes,
you keep changing your number. You're a band of 7, then you're 5. Then what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then you're back to 8 or something. I don't know.
That's part of our creative process. We just keep on coming up with surprises. But yeah, no, we like to keep it 7-piece, 3 horns, as Kesivan said about there's such a cool sound. I guess that's the magic number. 3 horns, the rhythm section, can't go wrong.
No, for sure. And then with you, Kevin, where are you now? You're talking. Talking to us from
Basel, Switzerland.
Aha! And what are you doing there, Kevin?
I'm chilling in my lounge.
On a Sunday evening, of course.
On a Sunday evening, Well, I mean, I moved to Switzerland about 2019, just before the pandemic. I was in New York before. I was living there for about 4 years. And then I needed a break from the Big Apple. I need some fresh air, some clean water. And also Basel has a long-standing relationship with South Africa. Many musicians have been coming here for many years. When I was playing in Bekim Zeleko's band, that was the first time I heard about this whole Swiss jazz exchange. And he had been here. Faku was part of the original exchange. One of the great drummers who I was kind of a student of, the late Lulu Godsana, he kind of started the whole Swiss exchange with the Center for African Studies here. So I'd known about this place for like, 20 years or something. And then all of a sudden, I fell in love with somebody from here, and then we moved.
Okay. Yeah, no,
yes,
that's lovely.
My heart.
That's lovely.
It's an amazing place. So there is obviously a big love for South African music, and that's why I get to play here regularly. And one of the cool things is they have good funding systems here. So me as a South African representative, I'm lucky that every now and again I can get to bring a project down to South Africa from here, as long as there's like some exchange going on. Like in 2023, I even brought an entire big band. So this time I'm bringing my smaller group, but it's lovely out here. And I always get visitors from South Africa, and when they get nostalgic, I make them a nice meal, and people it's really nice. You should come visit sometime.
No, I should. I definitely should. And talking about nostalgia, I mean, Kesivan, Kesivan and the Lights, your album Brotherhood. Obviously, you, as you say, you're recording. One of the performances when you get there. I just want people to just listen to what Kesivan and the Lights sounds like, and I want to play the title track, and then we'll come back and continue the conversation. This is Jazz and Beyond, where you come for the jazz and stay for the good time, in conversation with Kesivan Naidoo and Olwethu Ndwandwe, member of the absolutely vibrant and electric band Kujenga, who will be performing at the Journey to Jazz, taking place from the 1st of May. That is the music of the one and only Kesivan Naidoo and the Lights, title track of the album Brotherhood. You're hearing it here on Jazz and Beyond, on 702 and on Cape Talk. And Kesivan, that's an album that came out some years ago. Has your sound changed since then? And I'm listening to that track called Brotherhood, and I'm already imagining the Karoo with those sounds,
but that was kind of that track was a kind of an experimental idea that we did, where we put together a lot of the idea of like singing and dancing, very much more traditional way of dealing with, especially Southern African music.
Sure.
So the horns were the voices actually, and so there's not necessarily the melodic element comes from the conversation and what they were doing, and obviously the rhythm is the 3/4 thing, and everybody's also clapping and singing. So it was definitely like this whole collective of understanding the fellowship of being together. So it was kind of a very an experiment in that sound. Also, a friend of mine, Jamil Kobeko, who I went to primary school with. He's a famous director now, and he actually happened to use that track at the end of his movie called I Saw My Skin. It was So that sound actually is really a foundational sound for me in my writing. I when I was at university, I actually studied arrangement and composition. The drumming was just something that I was my instrument. But composing is my other love.
Yeah.
And so I'm always writing, and I guess there's a certain configuration in jazz that I really love. One of the biggest influences of mine was for writing is Terence Blanchard, and so the sound, as you can hear, it's usually like a couple of horns, in this case trumpet, alto, guitar, bass, piano, and drums, and he always kind of uses that sextet sound. And so that's also what I was kind of going for. But obviously, I'm a Terence Blanchard. I'm a South African, so I use the South African language and the way we approach and think about music. But it's still that international jazz sextet sound. So trying to connect the dots, but still remain original in my kind of interpretation.
And it sounds amazing. And I mean, like I said, there is that bit of the Eastern Cape, or should I say Western Cape kind of sounds in the desert, kind of sounds are coming out there. But I just want to come to you, or Olwethu, because your band, is the sound of the future, should I say, of what, jazz is going to sound like in the future. And I think, the likes of Kesivan Naidoo and his age group must watch out. Because
no.
Must watch out.
I mean,
you guys have. I mean, already. You've got Mzansi Jazz Awards nominated 3 times, and you were already Mail and Guardian's top 200 young South Africans of 2024. That's just last year, and you're already being booked for major festivals in the country, Cape Town now. You're also going to, Jazz in the Lights this coming weekend, Journey to Jazz. Look at that. You guys are absolutely amazing. And, the album In the Wake, which is your second album, How's it been doing?
I mean, we're overwhelmed with the reception, and we had people who have heard of us before, even creating the In the Wake process, but we have been playing the songs for a few years. And they've been riding with us the whole way. And once the track had finally released on platforms, from hour one, it's just been the warmest reception, and that's taken us to places we never imagined we would do in that time. But yeah, I mean, it all comes from the adoration of our older brothers and our forefathers and mothers who were in this music game. And I mean, yeah, it's high praise just hearing somebody like Kesivan and just having Kyle Shepard ask us, because we are just fan of the music, and I think we just consider ourselves next in the baton for this this offering that we bring to South Africa and the rest of the world, because that's how we see it. So hopefully the next band in the future will just take it further from there.
But let make us also understand, because a lot of people have this very throwaway view and attitude about the young people of today, saying, hey, these people are not serious, but all they want to do, they just want to jive. But Kujenga has very serious themes in terms of your conversations and the messaging in the music, which I believe is just rooted in your appreciation of the country and its culture, and having a more positive outlook.
Right. As I mentioned, it comes from growing up listening to musicians our parents played us, and heroes like Uzim, Daiwa, Bekim Seleku, Busim Shongo, who were very rich in their creativity and also in their offering, in their messages, when it comes to identity and politics and where we at in our social structure and what we need to do. And I think just staying in those spaces really encouraged us to see in a different lens, because the situation has changed a bit, but there's always still problems. And we just felt like, when it was our turn, we want to honor that in that same way and highlight what we're really about, rich in culture, understanding what fight needs to be fought and what road we need to take, and creating thought-provoking projects and live experiences. And that just comes from this cycle of beautiful art that comes out of our country.
And the beauty of that is that your fans and your followers are young people, and they are clearly absorbing the messages and what you're trying to share with them through your music.
It's been incredible. I mean, we even had law students, on their masters or writing their thesis and, being inspired from one of our works. And it is pretty refreshing to hear, outside. I mean, we're young people, we still love our parties, but
of course.
It's nice to hear, these kind of conversations in a fresh way. And I guess in that we also inspire each other, lawyers and activists and artists. It's also an exchange where we're inspired by them, and in turn we inspire them. So it's been fresh.
Fantastic. So Kesivan, there's all these other musicians. Darren English is there. Bokani Daya is going to be performing as well. And then from France, there is Charlie Rose. And you talked about the guitarist, the Brazilian guitarist, Fabio Gueva, who, by the way, I'm going to be playing a little later on as well. And then there's also from Spain, Joan Cordina, a gifted bassist as well, and many others. And there's even meet and greets affairs. But maybe in just wrapping up, for those listening, just to let them know, where do people buy tickets, how much they are, and, because this is from the 1st of May, so they can save. They've got a whole month of April to save and get.
Yeah, there's a lot of jazz coming out, I think, for May. So definitely put that money in the savings section of your account and not in the credit section. It's not a good idea. So this is because obviously after Cape Town Jazz Festival, we've got to go Journey to Jazz, which is for the I think that's available on the individual tickets on Quicket.
Yeah.
Right? But actually, I'm going to cheat here a little bit, and since I'm also a businessman, on my website, Kesivan.net, so it's KESIVAN.net, I have a live section, and in that section, there's in red, you can just click on there, and the tickets are there.
Okay.
So not just for my tickets, but for the whole jazz festival. You can just click there. So firstly, you obviously come and check out my website, which I like, and then the Journey to Jazz gets the ticket sold, which we like. And then also you can see the tour that's on there.
Yeah.
So Kesivan.net will give you access to this wonderful place where you can spend your hard-earned money and support the music and the live vibes. And trust me, if I was in South Africa and I was not playing, I would be at the Journey to Jazz. It's gonna be a vibe. I mean, I'm gonna be there. And Kujenga's going to be there. How much better is that going to be? You're going to have such a great time.
Absolutely. and then Olwethu, do you also want to cheat and let us know where you're playing, maybe even before the 1st of May?
Well, yes. A week before, as Kesivan mentioned, we are at the Cape Town Jazz Festival playing alongside our big brother, Benjamin Jepter, for his 10-year anniversary of his album Homecoming. What's going on before that? Next week, we're headed to KZN, Jazz at the Berg, and the chairman. I've just gave you a little plug there. We're about to go live with that one, but that's pretty much it. We're excited for the Journey to Jazz.
Fantastic. And listen, all the best, guys. And I'm going to play out with a Kujenga song. Obviously, for those who, I don't know which rock they've been living under, but this is what Kujenga sounds like. And this is from your latest album, In the Wake. This is Clarion Call. Thank you both for joining me and wishing you all the best in your performances. Wherever you may be, we love it for you.
Thank you so much, Cece.
Thank you. This is Kujenga, and in Clarion Call, the album In the Wake.